fans as well. He taps his chest. And well done to Kell Brook under a lot of pressure tonight, mentally and physically. And he was always set to beat Mark DeLuca, but he had a couple of demons swimming around that head, I'm sure, and he got the job done, and in the end, emphatically,
we're going to get you a replay of the knockout. I got to get out of here, so we're not going to be here very long. In an hour, hour 15 minutes, I got to be in Allentown, PA, for the Gary Russell fight. I don't know how to. Okay, first, I don't want to be a negative minge, all right? But I don't know how to rate Kell Brook off of this performance. Yes, he looked better than he did in his last fight 14 months ago against Michael Zaratha. But I rate Zaratha 2 levels above Mark DeLuca. Liam Smith was ringside saying that he's lobbying for the fight. He's approached his management, Eddie Hearn, about the fight. But does Kell Brook want that fight next or yet? And is he still on a rebuilding path? Let's hear what he has to say. Now, this is a man who is saying that he has about 4 or so fights left in his career. He's taken damage, getting both of his eye sockets broken in a feat that is very rare today in world champion boxers of the level of a Kell Brook, taking 2 back-to-back tough fights. Right now, whatever's in those balls of his, we know that Kell Brook is solidified. Like, he won't turn down a challenge from what we've seen in the past. I mean, in 2 straight fights, he fought Gennady Golovkin at 160. Got his eye socket broken, and then said, no, fuck that. I got a mandatory at 147, 2 weight divisions below. I'm not dropping my belt. Boiled down to 147 and gave Errol Spence a hell of a fight, in which the fight was very close. If not, some had him winning before he got his other eye socket broken. So, I am TstreeT Controversy with FightView360.com. We cover every single major fight live. Damn, DeLuca got fucked up. But he was a Marine. He wasn't going to quit. Shout out to DeLuca. He is tough, no disrespect. But it just was, it's levels to this shit. But what's next for Kell Brook is going to be the question. And the 154-pound division is all over the place. Jermell Charlo just got his WBC title back from Tony Harrison. Jason Rosario in an upset defeated Julian J-Rock Williams. Jarrett Swift Hurd is stuck in between styles. Patrick Chisera, WBO, and Brock Castaño have to fight. We don't know what Erislandy Lara is doing. This fight was for a WBO Intercontinental or something type of belt to get Kell Brook a ranking by the WBO. Mark DeLuca is ranked by the WBA, so he's going to have a ranking there, and he's already ranked by the WBC. So which route is he going to take? And also politically, it's going to be tough for him to get a championship fight because of the politics, obviously.
Number 7, the winner knockout victory. Now the WBO Intercontinental Champion. His march to another world title begins tonight. He is the fighting pride of Sheffield, England, the Special One, Kell Special K. Brook.
Hopefully when Eddie Hearn gets on the mic, because he's been on the mic after all of the major fights during his card, pretty much talking about what may be next for the fighters, maybe he'll give us some jive. All right, let's listen in. That's a sin, putting that belt on upside down. He tripping. He almost did it. For his own organization, too. Paco somewhere. He's back with Dominic Engel, by the way. It's taking him so long to get the post-fight interview. What are they doing? Got somewhere to be.
Kell, Congratulations, all smiles. After 14 months out, how did it feel to be back, and how happy are you with your performance?
I felt very fit. Obviously, a year and a half out. A few rounds were a little bit rusty, but once I got into it, you know, the bazooka were very tough, durable. You know, sitting on the rope, trying to line me up for shots. Very smart fighter, you know, he's never been beat. So, you know, I had to chip away at him, but it was a clinical finish. Which, you know, I think, you know, what do you think? Maybe a sensational performance. I felt it in our box well in there.
After the Zarafa fight, you obviously asked yourself questions, and having achieved everything there is, you know, winning a world title, I'm sure you went home and wondered if you wanted to do it anymore. Certainly, people wondered if the old Kell Brook was still there. Is the old Kell Brook still there? Do you feel that you put a few demons to rest tonight and answered a few questions?
Yeah, I think you're always questioning yourself, but, you know, I believe what I've been doing in the gym. You know, I've been beating all these 21-year-olds because I've kept on it. You know, I should have been on the AJ bill, and I kept on it. Normally, I'd go off rails, but I sticked on it. I'm a new kid. I'm a different person. I've got, you know, I'm constantly in the gym. You know, drop my kids off and straight at the gym, and that's all I do now. You know, live like a professional, like I should have done for a long time ago. But this is the last chapter in my career. You know, Eddie Hearn's going to line them big fights up for my world title. 2020 is the year I become the champion again.
Liam Smith is at ringside, and that is seemingly a fight that can be made. You're both under the same promotional umbrella. You're both at the same weight. Is that a fight that interests you? He spoke to us beforehand and said it's a fight that interests him. You
know, of course it does. You know, I don't shy away from any fighter. You know, Liam, you know, I've got a lot of respect for him. You know, he boxed a stable mate of mine in Liam Williams. So I've sparred him. You know, when I boxed Golovkin and he boxed Canelo, you know, we had very good spars. If there's anything to go on with the spars, the fight will be amazing. You know, so we'll sit down. We had it this week. He's there now, Liam. I know that he wants to fight. You know, you know, this is a game. It's a business. You know, listen, I love the Smith family, but when we're getting there, you know, it's business.
You still believe that you can become a two-time, two-weight world champion at 154, not back down at welterweight, obviously?
Yeah, listen, I felt very comfortable in here. I'm only weighing about 11.4, 11.5. You know, so I'm comfortable at the weight. You know, I walked into the weight. I just eating as normal. You know, I didn't need to bang no weight back on. I felt comfortable in there. My breathing was bang on after, you know, the burst in the rounds. You know, I could have gone 15 rounds in there. You know, it took me time, chopped away at DeLuca, and we got the victory we wanted. When do you think you could box next? We'll go to Eddie Hearn next, but when do you want to be out next? Is momentum key for you, staying busy, not drifting away? With a fight, I want to get straight back in the gym Monday. Now, I want to be fighting in 10, 12 weeks. I'm ready to go. 10, 12 weeks, how does that sound?
Yeah, for sure. Listen, it was a different Kell Brook in there tonight. You can see by his physique. Normally he comes in, he's had to pile back on the liquid and the food. Sometimes he's a little bit bloated and sluggish. I've never seen him after 5 rounds sit down on a stool and not be breathing. You know, normally that's the time in the fight where we're worried about how he might have made the weight. This time, different person, different man. Rusty for a couple of rounds. DeLuca was tough. But Kell Brook showed he's still got everything left. But this time he's got the mind, the brain, and he's got the engine. You know, and like he said, you know, sometimes it takes time to realise what you got. It's not too late for Kell Brook. He's realised now. He's turned himself around. He's back in the gym. His mind's on it. His body's on it. And I believe he can become a two-weight world champion. You know, you've got Liam Smith and Kell Brook both trying to become world champions. And if we can do it separately, great. If we can't, then they can fight each other, no problem. That'll be a final eliminator for the WBO world title. But Kell's got to go back in the gym. You know, he said to me, you know, I'm one of the original gang. Because when we started, it was me, Kell, Carl Froch and Darren Barker. That was it. So it's good to see him back, you know, and it's good to see him smiling. It's been 14 months of terror and torture. A lot of things going on in his mind. He's realised what he wants in life, and that's to become a two-time champion of the world. I'm proud of him. I'm glad that the city came out to support him. I believe 2020 is going to be a big year for him. Get behind Kell Brook. He's got plenty in the tank. He's one of the old crew. He's one of the old crew, you know. A lot of those older generation, they're retiring from the sport. Not Kell Brook yet. He's got a big year or two left in him. We're making up for lost time. We want to make it happen. I want to see another belt round his waist.
Well done. Welcome back.
Let me break down all that jive. Liam Smith and Kell Brook are likely not fighting next, but when they do fight, maybe later on this year, it'll be a WBO eliminator to be the next mandatory for the winner of Patrick Teixeira and Brian Castano. So basically, there we have it. Kell Brook is on the WBO path. They may feel because of Golden Boy, Patrick Teixeira, whatever, working relationship, that they have a better chance of getting Kell Brook a shot at the WBO, than Jason Rosario or Jamel Charlo or anything like that. Or the WBC, WBA, or IBF. That's looking like the plan. And also, you hear Kell Brook. Once a fighter starts bringing up, well, it's about the business and, we've got to make good business. That once they start talking that business shit, you already know pretty much it's like, you're not really like interested in that shit unless the money going to be really, man. But to be honest with you, I would be going with Liam Smith in that fight. I got to be honest with you. Kell Brook, whatever his next fight's going to be, if it's not Liam Smith, he's got to show me something. I'm TstreeT Controversy with FightView360.com. The next time you'll see me, I'll be at the Gary Russell Jr. fight in Allentown. It's going to be my next videos. So between now and probably tomorrow, whenever I get up my post-fight videos, you're going to see interviews or whatever from the event from now until then. I'm TstreeT Controversy with FightView360.com. We cover every single major fight live. Please subscribe.